Let's have a look at the structure of quality management documentation. It starts with high-level documents like policies, and then goes through the more detailed ones, such as processes, procedures, instructions, and ins2outs, ending with records. ins2outs additionally assigns documentation to one or more contextual grouping. This way, users can choose to only view the content which is relevant to them. A user must be granted the proper privileges to be able to see a particular context. Hello, and welcome to this tutorial for the Know-How section on ins2outs. In this video, you will learn about the common elements shared by the content under the Know-How tab. You can find the Know-How section in the navigation bar, where you will be able to select one of the 5 sections which respectively reflect the structural components of quality management documentation. These categories are policies, processes, procedures, instructions, and ins2outs, each of which are explained in a separate video tutorial. To see content belonging to one of the categories, simply click on it and you will be directed to the category page. Let's have a look at a sample list now, using procedures as an example. Please note that in this video, we only cover the common elements shared between all content pages in the Know-How section. Here, you can see all of the procedures you can access along with their contexts, number of views, and likes. To help you navigate through the content, you can sort through each of the columns. You can also turn on the filter, allowing you to view elements strictly belonging to specific contexts. On this page, you may also use the Action menu to add a new procedure if you've been given those privileges. Now, let's have a look at a sample Know-How page. On the top of the page, you can see the content's title and icon. Beneath these is the abstract, where you can quickly read about the chosen content. Below the abstract, you'll see that this particular page belongs to only one contextual grouping, R&D. Below the context information, you'll find the body of the content. There are also standard content icons, such as the number of views, likes, and dislikes, in addition to comments and content information. The number of views increases automatically when the page is opened by a new user and reflects how often the content is accessed. By clicking on the comments icon, you will display all of the comments posted on this particular page. Additionally, this is where you may leave comments of your own. When you add a comment, both the owner of the content and its workgroup are informed about your feedback via email. Clicking on the Content Information icon opens a panel where you will see additional information about the content. First, it shows who the content owner is and who belongs to the content's workgroup. They are all responsible for processing and improving the presented content. Below that, you'll see the date and time when the content was last updated. You can click on the version number to access previous versions of the content. You can also choose to display a previous version if you so wish. Let's head back to our main content view and content information. Below the version number, you can find standards to which this content relates. For example, in the case of this internal audit procedure, this content is related to ISO 9001. You can click on the standard name to access its page. Please note, the content may refer to multiple standards or to none. This content will be automatically displayed in the Referenced In section for the selected standards. Let's move back once more to our main content view and the content information. Beneath the standards, you can see the Raci model, which describes the participation of various roles in this particular content. Individuals under the responsible category are those who need to deliver the work described in the content. Individuals under the accountable category are those who need to sign off on the deliverables provided by those under the responsible category. Individuals under the consulted category are those whose opinions and advice are sought in completion of the task. Individuals under the informed category are those who are kept up to date on progress. You should indicate roles in the RACI model for any content. It helps to explain who is engaged in the execution, who is accountable for the outcome, who may be consulted, and lastly, who should be informed. You can click on the role name to access its page. When you assign content in an RACI section to a role, you are linking it with this role. Thus, users in a specific role will be kept informed about selected content and their relation to it. For the final time, let's have a look at our main content view and continue to the Action menu. The Action menu allows you to interact with the content, assuming you have the privileges to trigger a particular action. In this case, you can edit the content, but you cannot delete or export the content. The user's privileges depend on the contextual grouping the content belongs to. As always, at the end of the page, you can find the related content section. Thank you very much for choosing ins2outs, your quality and know-how collaboration platform.